Hi everyone, my name is Liz from FluteSoundscapes.com, and today I'm going to give you some practice tips on how to play the piece Take 5 from the Australian Music Examinations Board Flute syllabus for grade 3. So in this video I'm going to cover how to switch from a classical feel into the more relaxed jazz feel that this piece requires. I'll also cover slower practice speeds and specific areas where mistakes are made and how to iron them out. And I'll cover the 4/5 feel and what to listen for in the piano. And I'll also cover how to break the piece into different sections so you're not trying to tackle the whole piece all at once. So I'll play the piece first and then I'll go into the practice tips. Okay, so the first tip I'm going to cover is how to switch from a classical feel to a jazz feel. So the first thing you want to do when you approach this piece is take the swing out of it. So you're just going to learn the notes and play the quavers straight. So I like to use my metronome and put it on 90, but you could put it on slower or faster if you like. But for me, I'll start with 90. And I'm just going to play the beginning with just this easy, straight feel. So. So you want to keep it really straight, really boring, and just be really clear about exactly what the rhythm is. Now, to introduce the swing, I would practice just on a D. So in jazz, we want to emphasize the second note of each quaver group. So if we say we had 8 quaver groups, which sounded like this, if we switch it into a jazz feel, we're going to emphasize the second quaver, which sounds like this. All right, but then we're going to elongate the first part of the first quaver and shorten the second quaver, which is accented. So it will sound like this. So once you get the hang of that, you might need to practice that a few times. I would stick on the metronome and try. And then once you've got that, then just start to play the opening phrase. And a section that is really good to practice this bit on is in bar 12-13, where you've got that little run up. So next I want to talk about areas where mistakes are often made, and this has to do with the sequence of notes that some are chromatic in nature, meaning small steps, and others are not chromatic, meaning tones as opposed to semitones. So basically from bar 10 and bar 11 and bar 12-13, you want to just isolate the quaver areas. So we've got, and then bar 11, bar 12, and then 13. So if you can just sort the notes out for this section. This is going to help you really learn the piece faster. So I would, again, put my metronome on, and I wouldn't worry about the other notes, just the quaver bits. And I actually would probably put the metronome down to 70, slower, just so your brain can take in the actual notes, and just do it straight and not in the swing feel. So let's do that 3 times, so you can play along with me if you like. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So let's do that again. From bar 10. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And the third time. Bar 10. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So after you've practiced that a few times at a slower pace without swinging it, now you can add in the swing. So again, we put on our metronome, crotchet equals 70, and we'll do the same spot but with the swing feel. So 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So you might do that 3 times, for example, and then maybe bump it up to, say, 90, depending on how accurately you're playing the notes. So let's do it together. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Next, I want to talk about the 4/5 feel. This can feel a bit strange to play because we're usually used to playing in 4/4 or 3/4 or 2/4 or 6/8. So 5/4 is that uneven number that can throw you sometimes in this piece. But there is an easy way to know where you are in the bar, and that comes from the piano part. For example, if we just listen to the piano part by itself, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. So the piano has that cha, cha, tu, tu, cha, cha, So if you're not sure where you are in the bar, just listen for the 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, and that'll tell you where you are. So let's listen to the piano now. 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. And the last tip I want to talk about is the end of the piece. Now, for examination purposes, you don't need to play the repeats in this piece, but just to iron out any uncertainty about what the rhythm actually is from bar 19 onwards, think of it like this. 1, 2, 3, dabba dabba da, 1, 2, 3, dabba dabba da, 1, 2, 3, dabba dabba da, 1. And just keeps continuing like that. So and right at the end there, in the second last bar, just if you're lost at that point, you can just listen to the piano in the second last bar again, play the same figure, cha, 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 and so it's that 4, 5 that you're listening to before you play the downbeat of the next bar. So I hope that was helpful for you. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so for more videos like this. And also, you might be interested to check out some of the original music I've written for Flute, of which you can purchase the sheet music. I'll leave the links below in the description so you can check it out if you like. Bye for now.